stable and mobile. Nicely kind of secure, which I like this word is coming up today, right? You're secure, but you're not defended. You're empowered, but you're not selfish. You can give and offer, you can reveal yourself, you can move in space. You're not overstretching either, so you're not destabilizing your joints and stuff. We're like loading it into the spine to show. But you are definitely nice and balanced, so that's really good. What else is a flow? I mean, you know, digestion, right? Digestion. Elimination. Our filter organs working properly and getting and letting the old stuff go, literally. Circulation, blood flow, and lymphatic flow. So that's our detox system. We need the lymphatic veins to be able to clear us out. So when we are held, and what holds us? Why do we get bound?
Repressed emotions.
Sure, like we hold on to emotions, right? What else? Stress.
Fear.
Fear, absolutely. I think fear is at the root of everything, personally. Fear of something makes us grab. So, okay, an emotion is just like an emotion. So how do we hold on to that? What happens physically in the body? Because I want to translate this stuff for you so you're really aware of when it happens to you and what's going on. Yeah.
Chronic contraction.
Yeah, chronic contraction, exactly. So we've got chronic muscular contraction and frozen fascia. And fascia is the stuff that basically goes around every single muscle. It's like your Spidey suit, you know? And it has about 10 times more sensory nerves than muscle. So when we're feeling what we say is muscular pain, it's usually the fascia is actually starving for oxygen. Or not communicating, and it's firing strangely. So our muscles get tense, and fascia surrounding them gets a little bit sticky and frozen, and then, you know, if we don't move, the sliding surfaces of the fascia start to knit together sometimes. So now we have, instead of quadriceps, 4 of these muscles, we have 1 often. So we call it a monocep, jokingly, in anatomy training, because there's like, right? We're holding a lot through the outer body in yoga and not releasing that chronic contraction on the outer body to get to that inner strength, that holistic, flowing, smooth inner strength that allows that flow to happen, but us still to be really, really strong. In fact, stronger than if we go like this from the outside in and just get heavy and get tight, you know? So what are some areas in your practice, in your body, that you're feeling tension? Yeah, shoulders, where hips, like up here probably, right, and out here. Jaw, totally. I see a lot of people doing that. The neck, back. Anybody low back? We just talked about your wrists and forearms from a lot of the arm stuff. I mean, where else is there on the body, really? Like, everywhere. So it's a lot of our outer body, which from yoga practice should really be kind of malleable, is getting a little overworked, perhaps, for some of us. So it's good to look at that and go, how can I reorient my power? How do I generate my poses? And I'm sure that, you know, you're learning a lot of this here. I don't know. I'm just going to tell you everything that I can think of that I know right now. And if it's something that you need, take it with you. And if it's not, then leave it aside. Hopefully you'll find something that works today. So circling back to center is so important. And by core, I mean not only the whole muscle meridian. Let me just tell you where it is right now. There are definite other ones, like the superficial front line goes up the front of your feet, your shins, includes the quadriceps, comes up as the rectus abdominis up here, pectorals, and then comes up the sternocleidomastoid and then into the jaw. How many of those things did we just talk about, right, that we've used? The superficial back line comes underneath the feet up as the calves, the hamstrings, some of the glutes here, the erectors, so the bigger muscles along the spine, becomes like the lats and the traps, and then up here to the neck, and then actually comes over and inserts to the forehead. So it's like, how many of those muscles did we just say are getting tight, right? And so the deep core line starts underneath your toes, runs up the inner arch of the foot, and then dives behind behind the shin bone. So it's like behind here. And comes to the inner and back of the knee, and then becomes the inner thighs. And from there, it goes into 3 tracks that all kind of intercommunicate with one another. One goes over the sit bones in the back, becomes the front of the sacrum, and runs up the front of the spine as a spinal ligament that helps you not to just go and back bend. Right? It kind of helps keep you contained. Quadratus lumborum back there is also part of that line. And then in the front, it becomes the psoas. So the psoas from the upper inner thighs, right? Upper inner thighs back here, lesser trochanter. It flows up. It's such a funky thing. It flows up in front of the hips and then dives back behind the water balloon of all the abdominal organs and starts to spin up the sides of your low back spine. And that connects directly and becomes the legs of your breathing diaphragm. And then there's the pelvic diaphragm, which is not the perineum, all the genital freeway muscles, kind of. But higher, inside the bowl of your pelvis, there's a bowl of muscles. And that's what we consider mula bandha.